do have Sticko, the veteran, lying in wait. Dooley's in hand, and backups arrive.
And there's those Julies you were discussing, already ripping and tearing through a couple of heads. And the Academy player is down. It's 3 and 4 for Sticko, kicking things off with a bang. And Eternal Fire, who tried their best to sell the fake, have walked into a wall.
Clean shots coming out from him, and Dooley's not really needing much help from his teammates. I kind of like what Eternal Fire were doing there initially, right? They waited.
International element to those squads as well. It feels like it's gone away from that back into that international roster kind of position. And in the meanwhile, though, Kixan is going to find himself up against it, but it's Calyx that removes his head. And now the pressure really being applied to Apeks, considering they had a lot of rifles into this. They're going to be flat out broke.
Yeah, that was I think a bit of a mistake on Kixan there. Just going for the wide swing. They didn't even know his position and tosses out a flash. If they're able to find a kill early on, there is a chance. A couple of players pretty low as well. Jail will find Calyx. Now a 2v3.
Smoke onto the bomb. And a tickle with the kit. A T's come out into the open. This has been an excellent retake so far, but time is running dry. They're going to go for that full defuse, trying to bodyguard the player with the second left on the clock. They get the frag through the smoke, and they're going to go back in again. This may very well, just in the nick of time, be thwarted by Emo. Incredibly close once again.
Now, all on Sticko. Rotation will be arriving. The 5-7, he needs to at least find one, which he will.
Oh, and he actually landed the headshot as well onto Emo, but Xantares doing his level best before Naught puts him down. AK now has been retrieved. 2 rifles still in play, with a Kevlar in the hands of the very capable JL. One of the best statistic players right now for Apeks in the last 3 months. Calyx, though, making the most of the slight gap in the smoke, but Kixan will come straight back with one of his own. This has already been a pretty costly round, though, for Eternal Fire, all things considered. And it's the 2 rifles in play, albeit on very low HP. Another even trade. Nork on 5 HP now has a chance. The bomb dropped down, and it's Emo on 17 that's against him. This could easily go the way of the CTs, and this would be a massive blunder from Eternal Fire if they let this one slip. It could all come down to timing. They know roughly where Nork is. Bomb tickled, faked, now has to stick on it. No, comes back up again. May just run out of time, and there is Nork. Apeks pick it up.
Rotation should be taking place here. This time there are 2 players around. JL, Sticko, new position this time around.
And no flashes either to deter them. However, the wide swing does get punished. And now Sticko can post up in position. The Eagle against him. He's darting between the fire and the flames. It's not going to be quite good enough, but there's only 7 seconds left on the clock. And although it's a great loss and casualties to Apeks, it won't allow them to build up their economy, especially now that Major's gone in. There is not enough time.
Hey guys, if you want to upgrade your inventory, make sure to check out Hot Pizza GG. If you haven't played on Hot Pizza yet, make sure to use my promo code VLADOPART to get 50 cents for free, which means you can already open your first case. Also, Hot Pizza added daily free case, which you can open every 24 hours and get another skin there. If you don't like your skins, you can always try to upgrade them for something you want. Hot Pizza has many cool cases, so if you want to open them, there are different and convenient ways to make a deposit, like credit cards, skins, cryptocurrencies, and many other. Here, as an example, I opened Snowball case for $40 and managed to unbox $228 Huntsman knife. Withdrawing the skin was also super easy. Just go to your inventory, select the skin you want to withdraw, and you will get the trade offer in less than a minute. A link to the website will be in the description below.
And this looks like the switch up. Look at how far up the ramp they are.
That flash does get avoided, though. It's an even trade. Nork did take down Wicadia. Even though Xantares was first in line, the spear of the push, or the spearhead, I should say, of the push, and Major, and meanwhile puts that AK to use with 1, but does get fragged instantly afterwards. So even trades. It is a 3-on-3, but the HP does favor the CTs, as Xantares is limping his way to the site on 12. And Calyx may bypass and get the timing on JL. No, I thought JL may have had that in the bag, but still snatches his head clear off. Bomb's been dropped back down again. Oh, with a minute left on the clock. Now there is time. They don't have to rush into anything. I believe he did catch the second player pushing onto the gens, but Kixan still gets his man of the very low and weakened Calyx. Whether he decides to toss any of that in or keep himself incognito is yet to be seen. There we go. Smokes and mollies down. It will allow A wall to be erected just for a few moments while the plant goes down, but Kixan takes him from above the window.
Flash being handed over to Kixan, and we should be seeing a pop flash coming at any second right now. There we go.
It's a great pop flash, but it was a target-rich environment. He ended up spraying right down the middle. Did get one, but that's all. And now there's two players here again. One sandbags, which they'll have a good idea as to the trajectory of that flash, where it came from. But Kixan does have his back covered. It's a really good crossfire. And there's no molly to deal with him either. So it's hard to see how the T's push out. Although there's a dink that lands in. There it is. The snake in the grass of Kixan will strike.
So you can see the MP9 come out into play in Jacob once again. He's going to be aggressive. Flash comes out, drops on in. I think they might be aware of where he is, and he's going to be found out. But Kixan and JL shutting it down. Kixan right behind his teammate, and it's all on Major, and they know where he likes to play.
7 seconds left, and Major is going to be feeling a little bit uncomfortable right about now. It's a bit claustrophobic. The walls are coming in, and he's died. That was incredibly close to being after time. There was a HE tossed out that just chipped away on Calyx. More grenades now being thrown in, and some fragging behind it. JL with a double spray. And Eternal Fire cannot get a foothold into this game. They are slowly just being pushed away and submerged. That's picking up pace. Nico switches to his sidearm. Removes the head of Emo, and now the rest of Apeks are hungry. They can smell the blood, and they go in. JL with yet another frag.
Like 4 or 5 smokes in hand for Eternal Fire, and before they're able to execute, just a couple of beautifully placed flashbangs, and of course JL completely destroying them, and he's just putting in the numbers. It's just great stuff. Again, look at this. A flashbang, 20 seconds. They're going to be kept at bay. Information has been gleaned. Sticko able to find a kill. That's a bomb dropped as well, and they're running out of time again.
Yeah, this is deja vu, isn't it? We've seen this quite a few times, but this time, though, maybe some success. 2 weakened players, and JL transfers his spray in for the last 2 kills.
It's been a rock on this B bomb site. Look at this again.
Doesn't work out this time for Sticko, who will burn. There's some aggression elsewhere. JL this time changing up the angles. There's a triple spray. Xantaras, Wakadia, and Calyx have all been collected.
What can you do when you're just getting shut down in stairs? I love this from Apeks. It's so proactive, their defense. Just not allowing them any time to breathe. And Major, his days are numbered here. Yeah, JL, brilliant round from him. Eternal Fire, final opportunity. 4 rounds, Vince. Could... That's something. That's not bad, but 3... It's still looking rough.
Yeah, it's looking grim whichever way you spin it, really, especially with the form that you're seeing players like JL on right now. Jacob, Mr. Aggression, this entire half will be unleashed again, you have to feel, when the tables are turned. And they're going to be turned very quickly. Apeks get it done. 12-3 in the first half. We'll be heading to a break, and you rejoin us. We'll see.
Contact with the 2 players lying in wait. Dualies for Emor, and we saw what the Dualies did for Apeks in their pistol round.
We did indeed. Molly's thrown over the window. A good flash though from Emo. They check their angles. They don't in the chaos. But Emo is only able to get 1. Jumping through his Wakadia. This would be a big moment for him to shine, but he's missed out his bullets. But there is cavalry arriving in this Major that plunges the USP into the head. Back and forth trades, but will be favoring the CTs for the time being in a much needed, desperate round.
You can see the difference in approach as well, right? Like, it was so much more slower and measured in the first, I guess, the first half of the first half from Eternal Fire. For Apeks are wasting no time just barreling up mid.
And if JL did go a little bit off the boil, you are looking at some of the other players like a Jacob to really step up and start to thrive here. Good shot onto Xantaras. That's a big scalp to take, and he doubles up, losing minimal health in the process, only 29. Oh, this position is so massive. You don't expect anyone to check this, and if they do, they'll have their back turned to the adversaries on the sandbags. Kicks in now,
barrel
to try and push in. The timing was so brutal for Emo. Now Molotov could very well finish off Calyx, who's on 12, and also burning Major in the meanwhile. This went from a 5v3 looking like an ironclad round to Eternal Fire to just going into the flames themselves. Calyx has to hold on to this AWP. That's
heartbreaking for Eternal Fire. Oh, Jacob is going to take away the AWP as well. That's just a punch in the gut. Everything gets taken away, and this is all Jacob again. The veteran Norwegian just brutalizing his way into the A bomb set, and great play from Kixan as well. Now, even though it's a 3v3 there, it was mid and find something, but they see no one. So no information yet of Eternal Fire.
I think Apeks have a really good read of the situation, knowing that the finances would be pretty dire, expecting some kind of an aggressive push or a bit of a gimmicky play. So just slowing things down, getting the 2 picks, transitioning into a bomb plant, and the rest should fall into place. Wicadia tried to get aggressive through the smoke. It's punished by Jacob. 2 options for Stiko. It's a labored spray. Does get punished with the USP. But Calyx is going to get hunted down. That much is guaranteed. Whether he can hold his ground is yet to be seen. Tries to flash himself in for a peek.
This is where they try and do it. 4 A1s in play. Aggression, 2 plays towards sandbags. Kicks in, finds one. And Xantares is trying to take matters into his own hands. Wicadia is there as well to help him out, but the smoke's going to obscure their vision. And Apeks is grouping up together, taking out Wicadia. They still know where Xantares is, and he will be found by Jacob through the smoke. And just 2 remain for Eternal Fire.
This is looking pretty much a done deal. A team that is well oiled at this point. Major looking to hop up into the back room, but Nork's AWP could easily transfer onto him if he's not careful. That's a big grenade, though. The weakened JL gets punished. They now know where one of the 2 CTs are, however, and Jacob's going to go hunting. Finds one, traded out, but these are fine. As long as his teammates can stand tall in this 2-on-1, then Calyx should be sent packing here, but manages to bypass into a different angle of aggression through the smoke. And this may catch Apeks off guard. Also, time is starting to dwindle a little bit. 15 seconds. Gonna have to start to get on this bomb. I believe he's just seen the barrel of the gun protruding through the smoke. This round has suddenly got very dicey, very scary, and Calyx nearly clutches. This is gonna be a very tough nut for Apeks to crack on their approach. And there's some counter flashes looking to be tossed in as well. Major peeks behind that, sees nothing. It may lull them to a false sense of security, but now the gunfire is going to give that position to Wayne. No double up available for Major, but did a bit of damage, and they maintain their player advantage here as the push comes out from Kixon, but he will be punished accordingly. Nork now up next on the plate, delivers, smacks down Calyx, but it's a great cost to his HP. 35 seconds left, and they're not sure if they're being rotated on right now. They could be getting flanked as far as Apeks are concerned, so they want to try and force this bomb down and funnel away as quickly as possible. Another Molotov tossed in. Has no effect on the T's whatsoever. And Stiko posting up on the box behind the smoke, a bit of an off angle. Could catch one of these players off guard. Does catch them off guard. 2 kills for Stiko. Runs out of ammunition, but gives Nork a chance. And he will snatch at that opportunity. Great play from Stiko. And Apeks get it done 16-6.
Yeah, a bit of a poke towards mid from Stiko. They're going to be slowly lurking up here. Flashbang not going to really affect anymore. The duelist come into play, able to find one. He needs to find 3. In fact, he'll find all 4 vents, and just like that, round is done and dusted. As
up on the box to the left is going to be a real pain in the backside. I don't think Stiko is going to be able to deal with this one. Oh, the timing! Major turned to his left as Stiko pushed in. Surely this clutch is not a possibility, but it's now down to just 2 players. There's still time on the clock. Stiko's still full HP as well. And he could potentially pull this one off, but Emo does get his ace. Deservedly so, and Eternal Fire claim first blood in our second map.
If there's ever a time for the players to step on up, this is the time, and that is a hell of an ace from Emo. He went 11 and 20 in the first map, but this time the duel ace. Even missing the first player jumping on.
Certainly can, although there is Kevlar up. The crossfire now from the FAMAS looking good. Wicadia is the man for the job. Lots of damage dealt. 12 HP for Jacob, but Nork passes a deagle bullet through the head of Xantares. Wicadia's been dealt with, and now it's a 2-on-2. The HP certainly favoring the CTs, and Emo's putting that AWP to use. But Nork with a post plant has a chance, and this is where maybe that AWP is going to turn out to be a bit of a detriment. You don't get the mobility of the likes of an MP9. He has the Julie still by his side, but Nork passes another bullet through, and Apeks potentially going to break the heart, break the economy, break the mind of the Eternal Fire players. That's exactly what Nork has done, and he picks up the AWP for his reward as well. It's completely backfired.
Nork with a deagle, a 1v2. He wins those. Great shot into the first player, and he just takes a sweet time toying with Emor. He's attempted being a little bit more feisty there towards mid, getting that 1 kill, but the AWP will be held on to here by Apeks as the bomb getting planted. Stico can farm up a little bit of cash as well. It's going to be an easy one here. Amor Calyx has no chance of going to be able to retrieve the AWP as well. That being said, a couple of these plays are kind of low here, so Emor, he could just go for this, and 5-7 could deal a bit of damage. Finds both as well. No kid in play, though. And it's not planted for the T's. It's not planted for them towards short.
Nah, surely not. Like, he doesn't have time. They can do a lot of damage here, though. They take down all the players. They will not win the round. But considering there was only a 5-7 in Kevlar in this round with USPs...
Let's connect.
Yes, Eternal Fire may be weakened, they may be wounded, but they're still a threat. You still have to respect the prowess that some of these players do possess. Kixon's managed to thread the eye of the needle, perfectly timed, but there's so many casualties around him that it doesn't seem like it's going to end up yielding the round. Can take away some more of this economy, though. It's not an entirely one-dimensional round now for Nork. He doesn't necessarily have to win. If he takes another player or two with him, that could be more than enough, but he's going to get caught from the back. Calyx whiffs his spray. That should have been a kill. Another fire going onto the firebox, forcing Calyx into the open, but he won't miss twice.
Money on replenishing your nades and whatnot, but aggression from Xantares here early on. Catches Stico. Now Calyx having to make contact here against the Pistons.
Tripping over one another, and he will push them both out of the round. It's looking very clean indeed. Xantares, so with him slowing down, that affords them safe passage back over on B, and they will make sure that they punish him. Xantares on 8 HP.
Faster play. Bit of posturing here towards ramp and towards Palace, keeping the CTs occupied. And Xantares, okay, finds one. Quick trade. Major finding Jail in the meantime towards B on that look. Now Apeks down to just 3 members. Bomb yet to be retrieved, and Stico is being very patient, waiting for this push. And Calyx, if he's not careful, he could give them a 3v3.
Oh, patience nearly paying off. It's because Stico is down to 16 HP, so he felt like he had to just sit in position. Jake, in the meanwhile, though, makes short work of Emor. That does open up some possibilities on the mid side. The bomb's still back at spawn, though, and if Nork is to die here, it'll be a very long rotation through from Jacob. So he's going to join his teammate, but the spray goes off and a miss from Nork.
Things could have potentially fallen apart. As Apeks this time, better comms onto the buy, and Ricadian in an uncomfortable position there. His teammate actually flashing him off the angle, but Calyx is there to help him out. Clean shots coming out. Just Knock remains, all by his lonesome towards B apartments. Bomb drop top mid. This one's done. Total fire. Keep it clean. 6 and 4, looking much.
Oh, certainly. I feel like it might get a little bit more tentative when they move on the T side, because they had a lot of trouble on that on Vertigo. Obviously, Mirage is a very different map, but when you have a fairly new player coming in, the itself could give them a lot of information. And our mate just made moves over onto the site with only 10 seconds left. He doesn't need to kill all of them. He just needs to deny the bomb plant. And Nock's not there watching. He's not covering his teammate. That's the round done.
To be planted by Knock and his teammate to kind of just stick next to him to trade immediately, or just to protect his body, just to bodyguard him. But yeah, shot from Knock rings out. Now they know where he is. Smoke has been deployed by JL. He's going to be running out dry here, and it's might actually get the kill on Emor. This could be big. Emor doing a great job staying alive, gets the kill, and now it's a 2v4.
Yeah, very important kill there. And now Stico up close in the smoke gets one. 2 more players to find a frag with 28 seconds on the clock. Bomb also in a bit of a dicey position, but yes, that flank. That should be the ace up the sleeve. Wicadia should be about to dial this one in for his teammates. The fake is not going to help Stico, and there is Wicadia. Yeah,
he did have a chance to get a kill on Emor. Emor doing a great job staying alive and getting the kill. This is so brave from Xantares, though, right? He had no backup. It's all by his lonesome. No flashbangs either, and just catching Apeks with their pants down. So the force buy not quite working out for...
when they were coming into this first half. Because I think Apeks CT side is very, very solid indeed. Emor, good flick. Partially through the CT boxes. The smoke has afforded a bit of passageway towards the site. Calyx making the most of a slight gap in that though, but they've switched positions. Kixon gets through on the smoke side, nearly takes down more, lands the shot into Xantares, but it's not enough for the kill. They have forced a bomb plant though.
Early aggression here from Nog catches Calyx, and now the A bomb site in the hands of Emor.
Oh, he slow peeks around the corner, and Nork's not going to miss twice. JL getting aggressive as well. Much better from Apeks, but they still have to respect Major on Catwalk. Not for much longer, though. Nork has certainly put him down with authority.
T side on Vertigo didn't quite pan out. Let's see if it works out here. As Jacob spots a couple of players, and he is being hounded down to his connectors. Emor is going to find the opening kill.
So important that Stiko held his line just for a few more moments now. Goes in for more. We know he's a monster in these pistol rounds, but he's been sent packing from Calyx, who gets 2, and there's Emor again. Look, gonna get that slow peek in, but the scout not able to capitalize. Stiko, in the meanwhile, though, puts his deagle to use. He's gonna come under more heavy duress, though. And although bullets are landing with the scout, it's just softening up the targets. It's not taking them down outright. Rotation through from the CTs. Looking to get on the CT boxes. Major, though, gets flashed in. There's 1, there's 2. That should be the route to follow as well. And he's going to bag himself another one. Tons of cash.
I think I've ever seen a Dragon Lord drop in a tournament. That's quite massive. Fast play coming out, though, towards a bomb site. And Stiko, oh, he is being hunted down, but a great hold from him. Great target selection as well. Finding 2, but will quickly be traded by Calyx.
Good trades. Super important for Apeks to hold on to this triple box position, and Jacob nearly goes in for another one. Major dropped down to 2. They need to keep 3 players alive here, Apeks, to get this round done. That's, of course, the main priority, but do it so with multiple players left, and they've done just that. Currently jumping on his trampoline. Having a quick peek in. Now he's seen players smoke down, will be forcing his way back. As you said, though, he needs help. Good flashes, push straight through from Wicadia. We'll see him get just butchered down, and it's a complete disaster. They run into this wall. They look good. Xantares maybe still able to turn the knife, but only for 2.
There's smoke as well, the 2K, and then just being chaotic, right? Just running on in, picking up the MAC-10, trying to get a kill on Xantares, and even though he gets taken down, backup had arrived by then. And Xantares, and I think there's a 1v4 there, not much he could do. Jacob's arrived as well, right? So Stiko can just tuck on in. Dangerous here. Emor finds Stiko. Jacob trying to take matters into his own hands as they are starting to drop. Wicadia very low, should get a kill. Oh, he's being patient. This is so smart. This is so smart. He can find both of them, finds one, and the second runs out of bullets. No, Vincent is so unlucky. And it's down to Major in a 1v2 still.
Very strange round that they'll want to forget about as fast as possible. But is it going to be a nightmare? Right now, it's a problematic round. It could become a nightmare if they lose this. Smoke down onto the site. There is the frag onto Nork. He's shooting through the smoke. Kicks hands on solo HP. Comes off the bomb. He doesn't have that luxury. He has to stick the bomb right now. Goes in for the full defuse. And there we have it. Major has made the nightmare a reality. They had no right to win this round.
At that point, you just stick it, right? You'd imagine you just stick it. You're so very low. Instead it gets off, and yeah, Major kind of being gifted that round. This is such a great play from Wicadia, right? But just unfortunately, just runs out of bullets there. But if he got that second kill, I think this round would have been done very, very early on. It wouldn't have come down to the 1v2 there. He saw a player come on out, and Emor's going to find Jacob, and here comes a beast, but it's fast, it's furious, and Nox there to help his teammate out.
JL with the eagle by his side has been plucked out from Calyx's AK. Not much that Nox can do. Kind of feel for him really with the AWP. He hasn't had that many opportunities to do anything. His teammates have just been getting barraged all around him. Shot rings out. Wicadia makes the most of that, but will be punished down. Nork still alive. Stiko here to help his teammate in. They do have a kit, but they're being flanked. And Xantares has dealt the fatal blow. Nork knows that he is encircled. He knows. Only a matter of moments away from a sure demise. As 2 players pushing behind him. They nearly line up for a collateral, but it doesn't work out for him. I think he spotted the player behind the bomb site just yet, which is Jacob. They also have Stiko in the palace, so as far as a bomb site that Apeks probably want them to aggress on, it would be on the A side, and they may bite into this a little bit too much. They've dealt the damage to Calyx, but seeing no secondary plays, they know what's coming up. And now Kixon needs to get at least one. But Emor will say no with his AK-47. Does the talking for him. Spray in. JL taking damage, but does trade out a frag with Zentares. 3-play-3 in this last push off the map potentially, and it's looking likely now that Stico's all alone. He gets the first cleanly with just 6 HP lost, but it's about these next 2 players, one of which is Zentares, the other, the rookie of Wicadia, and it's Zentares that pushes the bullet into the skull of Stico and takes us to Anubis.
Comes to the CD side here as Nock is feeling comfortable taking this duel, and he's very, very low indeed. Still sticking around. He is the bait for Jakem, who will find both.
Oh, he finds both, but elsewhere on the B side of the map, they've lost more players. So now they have to make a move up from the corner and try and pick up some frags. There's the bomb spilled down and also trickles down the steps to make it even worse for the T's. And they're being flanked on in the meanwhile, but Calyx and Zentares hold their resolve, hold the line. They wouldn't have heard him up until this point, so he does have the element of surprise, but Zentares is watching. He turns at the worst possible moment. Smoke banks off the wall, looking to try and isolate this into 2 separate 1v1s, but that flash is pixel perfect, and Zentares will make the most of it.
50s in play, but Eternal Fire have managed to avoid all the pistols.
Oh, shooting gallery in Wicadia. He's padding those stats. 4 kills. He'll be loving every single second of that.
From where the action is transpiring, Zentares looking to make contact here. It's going to be just a utility being lobbed in. No smokes from the CT, and Kixon with a deagle shot, looking for the second, but he will be traded.
Even trades will deal quite a bit of damage, though, from the CT's perspective. As they come into this well and truly behind in terms of weaponry, a bit labored on Calyx, but gets the job done eventually, albeit at the cost of a lot of HP. Stico now, element of surprise, snatches the life of Wicadia, but then is turned on himself. So this means that it's going to be a 5v2 coming into the site, and tons of flashes and smokes behind the pillar. It's Stico that goes in for one alongside JL. So far, they've managed to hold this incredibly well, line up for them, but they can't quite get the spray to connect. And then maybe this is where the House of Cards comes down, as JL is next to fall from Emo's AWP. Good flick from Nork, but will it be enough to yield the round? 10 seconds left, another big kill from Nork, and maybe the first round going to be finding its way across to the CTs. Indeed, it will. Apeks get it done.
But you look at the money for Eternal Fire, it's looking very solid indeed. Nice initial hole from Stico and JL as well, able to find a couple. But you could see, like, Apeks, right, they're keeping 3 towards B. In the previous round, we saw the aggression towards mid from Stico. Definitely on fire. Look at the switch up here from Apeks. 4 players towards A, and looking to wrest control. All his utility being deployed, that's a tell. And Emo just lying in wait, finds one. Knock with a trade, though. Jacob does find Calyx as well towards Dark. So the early duel's going the way of Apeks, as Jacob somehow catches the timing on Zentares. Might find a third as well, but no, Wicadia will take care of him. But it's still a 3v2.
JL is about to find that is on the deck, and now the call will come through to his teammates. An important kill, which he has picked up, and that could be the round-defining moment, the round-winning moment, as Wicadia has to turn tail and run across back to the bomb to retrieve it.
Very, very important kills, because if he falls, the B bomb side falls as well. Flashing through the smoke. This is a contact play coming out here, and Jakem able to find one, but Wicadia, you took his name, Vince, and he delivers again.
Oh, he has, just so massively, and it's already put them on the back foot. Could go in for more, does go in for more. Wicadia's doing it alone. 3 kills, 3 headshots. Body bagging Apeks. And you can also see Nork almost frustratingly knifing the air. It's like deja vu for him.
They'd love to string a couple of rounds together, wouldn't they? And, oh, major. But JL will ensure they hold on to these 2 rifles. By very much possible, Jacob can buy for himself. He can have a drop from, I think it's from Knock. But the second kill by Wicadia on I think it was Eternal Fire, just, you know, just some solid basic T side. But this is much better from Apeks. The early kill and the flank timing from Jacob. He finds 1 and 2 and 3, and he spotted everyone else as well. This should be a round for Apeks unless Major does something. And he will find 2. Okay. So, but at least, yeah, they have 1 on the B bomb side. It is going to be Knock. Should be hearing all of this, and he won't miss. A hard-fought 3rd round here from Apeks towards A, looking for that early fight towards mid.
JL through the smoke with a flash, but 2 kills traded back instantly. Make that 3 as Wicadia takes the head of Jacob. And now they can just press straight forward. Estico comes out with 2 of his own, though. Talking about hero plays and having to rely on individual moments of brilliance, and that may be it. And Emo looks like he may be very well adjusted in position to find them and potentially frag them. Timing here, but Kixan will put him down with the AK.
We also saw the 2 players push out towards B main simultaneously trying to take fights on multiple fronts, and I kind of felt like they'd done enough, but Sticko arriving in the nick of time on the B bomb side, running in all. Suddenly, he's starting to favor Apeks here. Sorry, yeah, Apeks here, as they come charging into the bomb site. There's no one there. Jacob's only able to find one, but the bomb will be planted.
Bomb plants, and Tara's getting aggressive through the smoke. They are blocking one another in amongst that. And JL is playing patiently. Zentares gets his man. And now it falls upon Calyx with his Tech 9, and he won't get the opportunity to ring it out. Nork, bomb plant here, especially as the smoke's gone down as well. A miss from Nork, and a bomb plant comes in. A clutch play from Eternal Fire, and they're going to double up the frags as well. Taking the player advantage by 2. Kixan goes in, and he's next to fall with Nork, and it will be 10-5 at half-time. There's a 3-player stack in mid to start the round off, but then they are funneling their way back onto B. The bomb is traversing over there now on the T's, and Calyx makes the most of his opportunity. He does get flashed out, but as long as he stays alive, he can act as a foundation for the rest of his team to come back through. Emo on the staircase, and Calyx again holding the line so well. And although Kixan and Stiko do have a post plant, they're up against 5 Turkish players coming their way. And now Stiko is all that remains. He's shown himself very capable in these situations, though, over the years. Maybe this will be another accolade to add to the mix, but it's only going to be 1 more kill to his name before the inevitable comes to fruition, and Eternal Fire take their 4th.
For the CTs, it is a force buy. MP9 for Zentares. Calyx looking to make contact as Major finds JL in the meantime. The scout not able to find the tag. And Calyx, unfortunately, yeah, there's no help arriving his way, so this might be the safe without the surviving CTs. You don't want to let go of that A1. Zentares with the MP9. At least they can be a threat.
Would you prefer it to be a bit more balanced? Like, what's your take on this?
I know there are a lot of people who talk about maps being, oh, this map's too CT-sided, this map's too...
Oh, maybe this is where you unleash him a little bit and let him do his own thing. It's yet to be seen what they actually come up with, though. And it seems like to be more passive for the time being. 3 players stacked over on B, and Zentares up close with his AK-47. That flash is not going to affect anybody, and Zentares gets 3! Nearly a 4th as well. Hefty damage to Kixan. Individual brilliance from Zentares once more, but this round is not over just yet. Katie's also taking this opportunity to relocate as well. Yeah, that Molotov was very rough. Hit just the little cusp of the wall. Bounce back. Imagine Stiko facepalmed a little bit there, and now he's going to be in an early grave. Eternal Fire have picked up their 2nd round of their CT side, but it really was off the back of...
Yeah, whiff is a... It's an understatement, because that did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zentares, just swing him like that, it's going to be...
He's been doing more than enough, pulling his weight and then some. Zentares behind the smoke. Oh, that was a blind panic spray from Zentares, but he gets it done onto Kixan, albeit he does lose quite a bit of his HP, has to fall back, 16 HP becomes 0, and now Arcadia in such a horrible spot, but still gets 1. He's going to be trying to get in for another one here, but there's a Molotov below his feet. That will burn him alive. Emo, in the meanwhile, padding up with an extra player, but JL is going to hold on for dear life with his AK-47. Doesn't know where the last CT is. He had the right idea. Going to go in for this plant now. Full plant as well. No fakes here. Now he's hearing Major's footsteps up on the pillar side. And this should favor JL, although that Molotov forces him out into the open, and Major will punish him.
No op in play. Timing on that. Knock read that so well. Wait for the flash to pop. The timing.
It's hard to see how Eternal Fire can win from this point, though, right, Blair? Like, you're already 2 plays down. The positions are horrible. Wikadi has been caught. Surely that's it.
They should be going back A now. Oh, that's a bomb. Oh, no, never mind. Bombs on the back of Knock, but Emor is just shredding through everyone. So suddenly, that was a 5v2. Now it's a 2v2, and Eternal Fire definitely fancying their chances. They got kits. Emor is kind of low, but yeah, Major, if he's found by Knock here, this should be the run. I think it just saw Emor.
Flash does go in though, but not before Knock can turn his back and take the shot. And now Emor, who was so fast on the trigger earlier with the MP9 and the AK.
And what's rough is JL getting taken down here by the USPs. That being said, it's just the pistols here. Should be a shooting gallery for the T's. It's Knock able to find a couple, and Kixon's going to help him out. One player remains. This one's done. And Apeks have now reduced the deficit to just 2 rounds, Vince. 13 and 11.
Oh, that's another failed flashbang on the side of Apeks. Doesn't really yield much, but they have at least got 1 kill, and the approach now a second one. As Stiko goes in single-handedly. Jacob shut down, and a well-placed smoke on Dark has funneled away the T's. They now have the player advantage.
Arcadia coming in for the long flank as well. And the T's got to remember, one of them is very low. That's JL. He's going to go for the peek as a question. Yes, he will. And Arcadia, the headshot, all down to Knock now. 1v2 with the AWP.
Back against the wall. Sights trained onto B main. But cognizant of other angles that he has to be very wary of. Smoke out for Wicadia. Still unsure is Nork as to where these opposition players are coming from. More smokes, more nades, going for that full defuse. Wicadia, though, bodyguards his teammate. And Eternal Fire get their 14th and pushed back. But their teammates are arriving in spades. 3 players now on the CT side making moves in. They've dodged the Molotov, but they can't dodge those flashes. Wicadia with the MP9 does damage, softens up a couple of targets, but this is where the superior weapon is really showing just how strong it is. Nork has to watch the back. Calyx caught with a deagle, and that's going to be it for our 28th round. We will be tied up at 14 apiece.
So the bonus money is still going to be substantial, but there we go. At least keeping the armor in place will allow him to purchase the A1. Good contact play from Apeks there. Just a wolfpack play. They knew the money's not that great for Eternal Fire. They don't have much utility, so use it.
It will be a post plant. There's nothing Wicadia can do to stop it, as it's planted the other side of the pillar. But now he just needs to stay alive. Allow the rest of his teammates to make moves in. It would be a 3-on-4 retake, and they're definitely going to go for this. They are lacking utility. But surely they make a play for this round now. Nork may get shoulder peeked, see if he fires off. He does, straight down the middle of the 2 CTs, but they're getting caught on the side. And now Kicksan goes in for multiple frags, and that's the round surely done. Centaurez, try as he may, can only post up 1 kill. He doesn't have a kit, and he's going to lose his head anyway. Apeks have a match point.
It's an early flash. And you look at the utility as well for the CTs, Vince. It's not much to work with, as I'm surprised Jacob stuck around for that duel. He gets caught out. Calyx and Nemo teaming up as they find another one. JL caught on the lurk, and somehow they're trying to turn this one around.
Also factors into what you were talking about before with the lack of utility. If they can get some entries onto one of these sites, that could make a big difference. But Wicadia goes unchecked. And also, keep in mind where the bomb is. Stiko had the bomb on his side of the map. And with him dying, Nork and Kickstand are nowhere near this bomb. They have quite a bit of time left, but now they're losing more players. We are headed to overtime, more than likely. This would have to be an outrageous 1v4 clutch with 30 seconds from Nork. He has the AWP, he now has control over the bomb, and the bulk of the CTs have left the A site. It would only be Wicadia here for the time being, but the rest of the CTs are now clambering their way over to this side of the map. They know where Nork is. Nork tries his first flick, misses, and that's going to be him dead, and that's going to be OT coming up.
It's mid. We haven't really seen him play the B bomb side early on, much on the CT side, and a contact play coming in from Apeks.
JL around the back, snakes his way in for a quick-fire double alongside Stiko. Trades back and forth, but it is a 2-on-2 post plant likely to come up as 2 smokes are there, walling their way off from the CTs. And Tarez pushed at the back, looking to see if maybe he can slice and dice someone through the smoke. Stiko has the same idea. They're going to pass one another. Stiko, I think, has the better angle right now. Yes, Centaurez is going to be found. And now Major, with that secondary AWP, is the next to fall. And keep in mind, because of the double up setup they went for,
There was a chance for him to get a kill, but he's seen Xantares, and Sticko knows exactly where he is. Great flash though, Xantares trying to make something happen, and he's gonna, in fact, find a kill on his Sticko, and now it's a 4v3 advantage for the CTs. Make that 3v3 as Jacob just absolutely destroys Wicadia.
lightning fast headshot, a very well placed Molotov, keeps 2 of the 3 CTs at bay, so it allows him the luxury of a post plant. And now flash through, he knows at least one player is here. The spray is a little bit rough. Nock needs to fall back, fakes as though he has fell back, but Emor doesn't care, still pushes straight out. In another kill for Jacob, but it now comes down to a 2v1 against JL. He is on full HP, but there's Major, who has his number again. These two have met head to head a few times. They got the knives, they got the forks out, they're ready to feast on this site once more. But will Apeks be able to hold themselves in position? The answer is a resounding no. Jacob gets one. Sticko comes in with another. That's a bad spray from Sticko. He'll be disappointed he couldn't do better. And that could be very costly as Jacob goes down next. Now it's up to Nock. First kill goes his way, but position now compromised. And the plant has been ticking away in amongst all of this. Trading up to the AK for the run and gun. Doesn't know where these last 2 Ts are. And he's going to get sideswiped if he's not careful. Headshot comes down, but he's spinning around on Wicadia. The rookie puts it.
But the B bomb site, that's where Eternal Fire are going to be heading towards.
Oh, the timing. Dixon, he just looked at Calix's angle. And the second he turned around, Calix peeked him. Oh, that is very frustrating if you are Kixon. Nock, that's a fast shot from Nock, and he needed to land that, but his partner in crime of Jacob has been sent down into the slums, but Nock is still standing, still fighting, still delivering with that AWP. 3 massive kills, and our Apeks have a chance. A really good opportunity to take their 18th round. It's going to be a post plant. Calix is in. No Sticko's around the corner, but the double swing is good enough. But that's all down to Nock with the AWP. A huge play.
Xantares has been a problem for Apeks towards his mid position. This time the 2 players are lying in wait.
Oh, he heard those footsteps and he's got his man. Surely not a second. JL goes back in. Tags Xantares down to 5 HP. Counts himself lucky, and they're going to go ahead and trade so that Xantares has the AWP now. Oh dear, this has OT2 written all over it, doesn't it? Calix with a brisk headshot onto Jacob. Puts it into 3 players left for the CTs, but Nock had a hero play last round. Can he go huge again? He gets aggressive, but not in time to save JL. Still up close with the AWP. 2 players to his left-hand side. Sticko still on the A side. If they go for a fast A play here, Sticko does have an opportunity to shut this one down. They're going to be rushing through mid. Time 18 seconds on the clock. They're going through mid side, and Nock definitely heard that, so he's going to relay the information to Sticko. Sticko doesn't necessarily have to kill all 3. Just the bomb carrier could be more than enough. Does he have it within him? Flash comes through, but Wicadia removes his head. Molly tossed in, but not fast enough to deny the bomb plant. Major's burning alive, but takes the head of Nock and secures the second OT. Instant success. Kill in, smoke down. And now he's going to be pressured on. Nearly gets a 2-for-1 shot off. The collapse was there. Unfortunate not to yield it. 3v3 now. Nock with that secondary AWP posted up on Heaven. Looking to try and repel the T's, but he can't deny the bomb plant. And so for all of the early chaos that Apeks were able to impose upon Eternal Fire, this round rests in their hand. Will they snatch it away? Major had a brief moment, a brief opportunity with the AK. Spray, not quite there to deliver the frag onto Nock, and he will be punished from Jacob. 2-on-3, 2-on-1 now. 3-on-1, pardon me. Xantares alone against the world, but the bomb is planted for him. There's not that much time. Smoke comes down, and Jacob with the white swing will dispatch of him, and there is enough time for the defuse. So Apeks
Burn his B bomb side, and the rest of the team are arriving as well.
Yeah, no room for error whatsoever. All the grenades coming in, fully flashed. Nock and kicks him, but they still stand and deliver 2 kills, make that 3. And now JL goes in for 1. Xantares all alone, tries to spin around, but it's not enough. What both teams are jockeying for. But Nock, Eagle Eye, trained up. What's the call side? There's the flick. The boosted up play is also fragged. And a quick Wicadia, 1-on-5. is only able to muster the strength for one. Apeks have 2 match points now. A boosted player in the form of Jacob looking to try and even the odds. But not happening just yet. Zentares will turn tail and take him down very quickly indeed. And Calyx will hold his ground. Zentares in for more. Looking good for an Eternal Fire 20th round, and a pretty comfortable one at that. Stalled for way too long, and Apeks
So far. And they still haven't been able to close it. Zentares, he reads the boost, but Knock will find him, and that's going to be down to Major. And I think they heard him. Major needs to find something. He gets nothing done. It's only one defender on the A bomb side. A 5v3 for Apeks.
Apeks will not have a better chance than this to clutch this game and make it theirs. They've got to hold on to it. Emo with a chance. The P250 comes out. Jacob caught no man's land. Runs into the barbed wire machine gun fire. But the post plant still comes in. 2v3. A low Emo. Joined alongside Calyx, who's about to go for this peek. Into Knock's hands, but still lands the double dink round the corner. That's a ridiculous kill. A one that Nork will be bitter about, especially if they end up clutching this round now and take us into a third OT. But here comes Kixon. 1 kill and 2, and that's going to be it. Apeks take it 2-1 in OT.